All right, my friends, today we're talking about cleaning databases in AI. So I just showed you kind of my theory on cleaning databases and what to look for, all those specific things. I kind of showed you old school, what it looks like, kind of line for line and stuff like that. So here's the thing. Cleaning databases is not fun. It's not something I enjoy. And if AI can do it well, it does. It does. So let's talk about this. But here again, there's certain things you got to look for. So I did cleaning the database in AI. And I said, hey, I uploaded my database to ChatGPT. I said, please clean this database, identify the bad respondents. And did a horrible job. It came back with missing data, right? Like, hey, this one's got missing data. Hey, this one's got missing data. But all the other categories that I was looking for, it didn't talk about those. And I'm like, okay. So if I didn't give it really good prompts, it would suck at cleaning databases. But if we use kind of the plan and then let that plan kind of drive a really good prompt, I'm going to show you how to do that, then I think we can do a really good job with cleaning databases. So what are those things, right? So missing data is no doubt about it, especially when we have like some missing data, okay, but if we have a lot of missing data, that could be a problem. Outliers, right? When we get extreme responses, those can be a problem. 10 fever, no variation in response. I just give you 10 on everything, right? That can be a problem. If they take too little time, too much time, that can be a problem. Trap 6, I ask you to give me a 6 and you give me anything but that, it's a problem. And then the bipolar answer choices over there, which are like a overall really good, and then all the independent variables or attributes, you tell me we suck, or vice versa, right? That can be a problem as well too. So with that in mind, let's go show you how AI does this. Okay, so this is ChatGPT Pro. Okay, so I don't know if there'd be a difference with the regular account, but here it is. So what the first thing I did is clean DB example. That is the same example database that I showed before. It will not take SPSS files. So I had to export SPSS to a CSV file. It would take other ones, but CSV is like the easiest for me to do it. And then I got to give it really explicit instructions. So here's the instructions. Please clean the uploaded database according to the following instructions. You notice how polite I am? Please look for respondents with no variation in the attribute 1 through attribute 5, because those are the ones I really care about. Please look for respondents with the majority of their variables having missing data. All right, so now I kind of address that. And then for variable trap 6, please identify respondents with any answer other than 6. For variable time, please identify respondents with any variable less than 75 or more than 300. Please identify respondents who may be an outlier. Please identify respondents who have a big difference between the value they give for NPS, that's like overall loyalty, and variables attribute 1 through 5. For variables attribute 1 through 5, please identify respondents who have any other responses besides a 1 through 10. Okay, so that's the instructions, and that prompt has represents that plan that we've talked about. So okay, now let's hit the button. Go get them. Here's what's interesting while we're waiting is it's doing the work right now. When I first did this, I just gave it clean the database, and it does a horrible job. And then I practiced, and I came up with this prompt. And then I went back to ChatGPT to kind of show you how terrible it was and how good it is with this prompt. And it learned. It remembers this is my account, so it remembers what Garver's looking for. And when I said clean the database, it actually came up with a lot of the stuff. Would I still use this prompt? Yes. But it was interesting how it learned. I couldn't even show you a bad example because I've trained it how I want it done. Okay, it looks like things came in just now. Yeah. This is interesting. Here's the list, right? So customer ID 1, no variation in 1 through 5. ID 2, no variation in 1 through 5. NPS deviates strongly from attribute average. That's that bipolar. Trap for 4, trap 6 not equal to 6. For ID 6, no variation in attributes 1 through 5, trap 6, not equal to 6, and time out of bounds. So that's a 3 flag person. ID number 8, no variation in attributes 1 through 5, and time is out of bounds. It's either too slow or too fast. ID 10, time is out of bounds. NPS deviates strongly from attribute averages, again, the bipolar. And then the attribute values are out of, I'm not sure, it's out of that range. I said it's got to be 1 through 10. So there you go. And so that's not a bad way to do it. So if I'm cleaning databases, I'm using AI. Go get them.